Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How was everybody?
Excellent. What about yourself?
Excellent. If I was any better, it'd be illegal.
There you go.
So a couple things. First of all, some administrative things. We have somebody in our midst that has been with us 3,650 days, 219,000 minutes as of a couple days ago. So when you hit 10 years with us, you get a sexy brown envelope. Can you give me a new? Ooh.
Ready?
Oh,
Ready?
Come on now. How much you want to give him, Robert? $100?
Looks like there's more there. So,
What do you think? 200?
As much as
I say
possible.
everything you got.
I
What
say
do you think?
Wad-
300?
Wad
What
it.
7.
Who is
do you think?
three?
4?
One
Wad
for
it.
here, 10
You?
of
What do
them.
you think? 5?
Wad it.
Who's been here 10 years?
6?
The whole wad.
What do you think? 7?
The whole wad.
10.
8?
Wad it. Well, give me one.
9?
And the wad it.
10.
10.
Whole wad.
Good job. I went ahead and moved all your appointments to next week. We're going to the Hard Rock. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm going to let you choose the numbers because we saw how well that worked for me.
Yes.
Great job. Thank you.
No big.
Go right there.
I love that. You doesn't get the brown envelope. Like
Oh yeah,
like
it's
brand
a
new
brown
brand.
envelope. This is the best part. This is the most important. And it's self-adhesive.
So you can seal it away and save it.
This is called a
If it was
feature.
a box, I could just take it home till the
This is
fur
called a
balls and stuff
feature
like that.
and a benefit. Did you want to tell everybody how you endured 7 years with me?
Oh, good God.
Or vice versa.
I can tell you how I endured it.
I have a lot of tequila at home. And bad days means one or more shots as soon as I walk in.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay.
And I know to turn my phone off.
Right?
You do an excellent job, Andrew. Come on.
Thank you very much, Mike.
You're welcome. Thank you. You're a fantastic part of our team.
Was it 7 years or 10 years? I thought I heard
10 years.
10
He did
years.
10
But 7
years.
You
with
said
Mike.
7 years.
7 years. He endured 7 years with me. The first 3 years was a lot easier.
You were in the store before that.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been like 14
No,
years.
makes sense.
I did 3 years at corporate and then I transferred to Dunedin.
Gotcha.
Yep. So
What
I've,
do you
I've
think,
been
Steven?
doing this a little while.
We're good.
Super. So, in our last adventure together, we all had some homework to do. We wanted to get features and benefits and memorize them for the Super Pump, the MaxiFlow XL, right? The Swim Clear 150, the Blue Essence. Anything else?
The Omni.
Track back.
Drag back.
Yes.
Omni system.
Navi 50.
Navi 50. Yeah.
Cool.
So who wants to start? Actually, let me lay the expectations first. And if you're close to this, you'll get some cash. The Hayward Super Pump 1 horsepower is designed for in-ground pools and features several key capabilities and benefits according to Hayward's official information.
Oh,
They will tell me if we're wrong, or if you guys are wrong, we'll straighten this out because this is learning. Horsepower and voltage. 1 horsepower motor with dual voltage capability, is that correct? Wow. Pipe size 2-inch connections for fast installation and servicing. Oversized basket. Extra large 110 cubic inch basket with rib design for improved flow. Wow. Strainer cover. Clear Lexan lid or see-through strainer cover for easy visibility when cleaning is needed. Self-priming lifts water up to 10 feet above pool level. Corrosion-resistant construction. Molded with corrosion-proof reinforced thermoplastic, Permaglass XL, for durability and long life. Motor design, heavy-duty, high-performance motor with airflow ventilation. Maintenance access, exclusive swing side hand knobs for no-tool strainer access and serviceability, which I think is good for our physically challenged customers.
and employment. Sure.
And employees. That's how we make it 10 years,
Right.
guys. Throw in good stuff every once in a while. Mounting base, including mounting base, provides stable, stress-free support. See, you can get stress-free support if you sell these. Heat resistant seal, industrial size ceramic seal that is long wearing and drip proof. That's what we're looking for. And I gave you an example in the Super Pump 1 horsepower. Who would like to start with the Swim Clear 150 pool filter? Do I have a, very good. So this is how it's gonna work. We'll start with Andrew. If Andrew gets the questions right, and you guys are gonna be our judges, because I'm here every day. You guys aren't. So if I say you're wrong, I have to face this, but you guys aren't. 10 years. If he's right, he gets the 20. If he doesn't, he picks somebody else that it goes to, and they get a 20 and then a mystery money. And then it keeps passing until somebody gets at least 3 to 5 features and benefits. All right? So let's start with the Swim Pure or Swim Clear 150.
It's got the pressure gauges on the inside, so that way if you drop it or anything, you don't break the pressure gauge with your relief valve.
Is that right?
Yeah, so
Oh.
they're recessed into the lid.
Mhm.
So your lid's flat surface, pressure gauge, and air relief are recessed down into the lid so you can lay down flat. So yes, that's correct.
Oh, you want more?
Oh no, we gotta get 3 to 5.
Oh, okay. Right. And then,
3 is the minimum.
and then when you take off the lid, the ring makes the lid lift off with it, so you don't have to pry it off yourself.
I think that is called head assembly.
There you
Easy lock. Mike pushed the button and lost everything. Head assembly. Easy lock. Ring design with ergonomic comfort grip handles and lid locking ring for quick access without disturbing piping.
So the science behind it was we realized that it's easier for you to squeeze something than it is for you to press something. So a lot of other manufacturers use a push button on the side of the tank body. You push something and then you have to, with the second hand, rotate your ring. Ours is you hold the ring and squeeze it and twist.
Nice.
So
Very nice.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ah, all right.
I don't got anything else.
like it's a filter, Mike.
Yeah.
It has a filter in it.
I wasn't even here and
That's
I
all I can.
No.
Filtration?
Yeah, it's got 100 square feet of filtration.
can.
Yeah, I mean,
200.
there's more.
No, so now we're looking at
Who's next?
Look, y'all are leading the conversation.
Judges,
Are we calling on somebody, or are you saying that?
we got it, or
Yeah.
we got all 3?
Another thing too with our filter, with our part numbers in general, once you understand them, they all have a meaning. They actually have a purpose. So for example, our cartridge filters are a C150S for 150 square foot, right? C, cartridge, 150, 150 square feet, S, single. That's what it means. So if you look at our part numbers, if you ever have a question, like, what is this actually telling me? Just text me, what does this actually mean? But they all have a meaning.
Lighting has an S.
Yep, so like a light.
For pool.
LPCUS 22100 sounds like a part number. L, light. P, pool. C, color. US, universal. 2.2 version, 100 length cord. They all
Is
have
the
a-
spa LS?
LS. LS for spa, and then LA for accent, a nicheless 320.
Well, L's pool, light pool. I guessed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Spa LS.
Yep.
10 years?
And he has come a long ways.
It's impressive.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm at first grade.
It's right.
Finally. Super.
Can we add one to the filter?
Yeah.
The lowest body height for easy removal of the cartridge.
Sweet. Connections, 2 and 2.5 inch union connections for fast installation and servicing. Tank construction, injection molded glass reinforced copolymer. Tank for strength, durability, and corrosion resistance. You covered the pressure gauge, you covered the air relief. Covered the head assembly. Design flow rate 120 gallons per minute, supporting pumps from 1/2 to 3 horsepower. That's good information to have. Additional design, redesign inlet position higher for even water distribution, cone-shaped filter diffuser assembly, optimizes hydraulic pressure and flow. Wow.
And that filter is from soup to nuts, manufactured in Clemens, North Carolina.
Very nice.
That's good to know. There's a lot of customers that are
Well,
like,
we have a little bit of a story about that, but when I say soup to nuts, from the pelletized plastic to the pressure gauge to the unions to the element is all made here.
I
It is
never
a
would have guessed
US
that one.
based product. There's a lot of it. A lot of it. About right now we're at 93% of every product we sell is manufactured in the United States.
Very nice.
Rhode Island and North Carolina. And the goal by the end of the year, we've got a couple products we're shifting over and we'll be at 97%.
Nice.
We've got like 5 things that we don't make here, and it's just honestly, if we made it here, it'd be triple the price. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
The circuit boards.
No, they're made in Rhode Island.
Name 3.
What's that?
Name 3.
That are
There's
not?
5.
Checkmate.
HP 31005T, our round 100K heat cool unit is made in Wuxi, China. Now,
that's where COVID came from.
yeah. So that's why we don't sell them those. So, and when I say that, most of it is made there, it's assembled here, and there are some of the parts that are made here. But again, one of the, it is a white good for a commercial pool. It is a channel drain for a commercial pool, a 4 inlet channel drain.
I was gonna guess that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a UV light bulb that we make in France. It's made in the same assembly plant that makes like everybody's UV bulb.
Great job.
Yep.
You got it right.
Ollie, everybody. So Andrew gets to pick somebody else to give us the features and benefits of the next product. Anybody other than Skylar?
Oh no, we should have Skylar.
Anybody want to go?
I think
Your
Skylar
choice.
should have an
I wasn't here.
opportunity. I'm curious to see why not Skylar. That's
Because Skylar and Andrew are a team.
why. Okay.
The next person can pick Skylar.
Tasha, you go.
I wasn't here.
Oh yeah.
You still need to know our products.
So I definitely need to know it, but I'm not gonna have an answer. But try me. Okay, try me.
You want to pick somebody else? You wasn't here.
Ricky, you want to go in?
Sure.
All right. So we'll start with the 20, the MaxiFlow XL. If you don't get 3 benefits, we go to somebody else and we add some money to it. The MaxiFlow XL, what are the features and benefits?
On the XL or the?
Just the pump.
I don't know. Besides it's dual voltage.
Is it dual voltage? Okay, I'll take that. Will we take that? I'm sorry. Versa said yes.
I'll take it.
Ali seconded.
I think that's all I really do.
You're on your way to 10 years?
I don't know anymore.
We'll pick somebody to go.
Michael,
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew you were going
let's
to.
see how good you are.
MaxiFlow, correct?
The 10 grows to 20, or the 20 grows to 25 now.
That's Hayward representatives.
MaxFlow,
Max.
excuse me. MaxFlow.
MaxFlow
Not
XL.
Maxi, excuse me.
MaxiFlow is too close to MaxiBlast, not my product.
Gotcha. The MaxFlow, it's
Without
compatible.
looking at the paper.
Yeah, you're not gonna
Oh, no.
Yeah, nice try, Levon.
It's compatible
Hey, you
with
took
the
notes.
Omni.
That is a good thing.
We all should have. We all should have.
That's great. It's compatible with a relay, but any single speed pump's compatible with a relay. That's just an on and off switch. So
Wow, we're being brutal here today.
yeah.
This is awesome.
It's the most efficient pump that you guys have to offer as far as what is it, price wise and flow rate?
That's true.
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, wait, okay.
You gotta add
At
three.
least two more.
Excitement there.
Do you want to use Andrew's dual voltage?
Yes.
Beautiful. That's still one.
Okay.
I already, that was me.
Oh,
Ricky,
do you want to use Ricky's dual voltage?
You didn't even get your credit.
That's 1.1. Isn't it good to be king?
Get out of there. Pass the money. Pass the money.
Hey, he's looking at
He's cheating.
I have so much other good ones, man. For
But you can't read it off the paper, honey.
When you're selling it, you can't look at it and be
Yeah,
like, hold on,
that's cheating when you're looking at the
paper.
paper. I can't look at the paper and say.
Oh, it has the new and improved trap basket.
Is that true?
Yeah.
All right. 2.1.
Meanwhile, they're sitting here going, "Oh my God, they sell our stuff."
They really did.
Well, the fact that it was compatible with the Omni is one of them. How you can
He said that's great.
Yeah, that's a half point.
that's halfway. Okay, all
You're
right,
at
all right.
2.6.
We'll take that.
New math stars.
The Omni will run everything. by the way.
Oh, 10 years helping. One and a friend.
I wouldn't. I was like, what?
We gotta set up like those little dividers.
Yeah.
What union size?
Oh yes. I know that it has a 3-year warranty.
That's an excellent
There you
union.
go.
I knew
Only 3 years through pinch penny. What's the
Exactly,
tractor
and
warranty?
his answer.
They all have 3 years.
Yeah,
Well, 3 years, parts, 1 year labor.
it's 3 years through pinch penny, so how long is the factory warranty?
We want specific to
Correct.
Alice says pause.
It's 3 and 3. 3 years parts, 3 years labor. The pinch-a-penny warranty used to be a thing because
Not anymore.
every manufacturer had 2. And pinch-a-penny gave you an extra year to make it 3. We don't have that anymore. All of our stuff is 3.
Nice.
So it's 3 years parts and labor.
Does that include the automation
It does as a whole good.
as a whole? Yes.
As a whole good.
So it's 3
Parts,
years.
parts are 1 year labor, or 1 year parts only. So a part,
Okay.
Right, so if you put a board in,
You put a
or
board
it's
in
just
it?
1 year.
except for the Omni Peel upgrade. That's considered a whole good, even though it seems like parts.
Because we're changing it out, upgrading it. Okay, so that would come with the three on that one? Okay. Good to know.
And then same thing,
3 years.
all Hayward product pumps, heaters.
Any whole good. Heaters are different.
Okay.
Heaters are different. All whole goods are 3 years parts and labor. Does anybody, ooh, there's some money one. I'm gonna throw you off a little. There's money one. What is the warranty on a heat pump? We talked about this last time.
3 to 1.
I got
31. Oh, she did already?
Oh, no, you.
The blue essence is 3 to 1.
Oh,
Can I
that's
take
That
a?
is true.
And-
That's a good one.
The blue essence is 3 to 1.
Yes.
That's not a heat pump.
But I'm going to teach you something right now, and I'm going to blow you away. That's not a heater. Ollie, come on now. Chris, come on.
You
Boom!
yourself a dollar.
You get
He's
it.
on a roll today. He's on a roll today.
You saw my what? And I'll give an HR sit down.
Can I take a guess at it? Is it
Heat pumps.
5 years on parts, 3 years on labor?
Yes, and
10 years.
What about the heat exchange?
God. I want to say 10 years.
10 on
boom.
oil.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have 50 cents on them?
To answer your question, it's 3 years parts and labor on a whole good. And parts are 1 year parts only. So like the unions, back to your statement, if the unions came with the pump, it's 3 years parts and labor. If you bought them separately in a bag, it's 1 year part.
So
Do they
Super
normally come
pump
with
is
the
not.
unions when you first
Yes.
purchase?
So I know we're having fun, but on a serious note, we really have about 7 to 14 days before this thing goes bonkers. I'm walking my dogs every morning at 5:30. There's leaves falling. So Mother Nature is going to hit that switch, And we're gonna run as fast as we can until probably July 1st, and then it's gonna be a lot of chemicals and that sort of thing. But, you know, the pollen season could be just a month, it could be 60 days, it could be 90, and we really need to know these things. So over the next 2 weeks, you're gonna have time that it's slow. You need to be humans, and you need to get to know each other and talk about Tell Me Lies that's on Tuesday nights, or talk about The Rookie that's on ABC, or whatever it is you do. You also need to get this stuff in here, because this is our only competitive advantage is you. We already have it in customer service, we have it in attitude, we have it in goodness. There's a lot of good people that work for us. Let's get it in knowledge. If you wow them in knowledge, they're gonna wanna call you for other things. And when they call you for other things, that money's gonna go in the till and eventually get to you and buy new trucks and a bonus for you, a Christmas party, whatever it is. We really need to know these things in and out. So I'm proud that you do know some of these things. I'm proud that you're having fun with me in it. Please, please, I can't beg you enough, know these things in and out, because the customer is gonna come in. It's not gonna be all 10 out of 10, but 1, 2, 5 out of 10 are gonna say, okay, I'm down to the super flow and I'm down to the super pump. Why? Which? I'm down to the Max Flow XL and the whatever. You know, we need to be able to answer those questions for them.
Our objective is to sell the customers what they need.
Yes.
And you need to know what you're selling. I'm in the field regularly, no offense to our store or anything. The first thing I'll hear from them sometimes is, you know, I called your store and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Because we couldn't explain what the pump does, what it's for. We can't just always go, oh, we got a 3 horsepower pump. Ask them what they have, sell them what they need. Don't try and oversell it, and don't try and sell something you don't know about, because that's the fastest way to lose a sale, and we lose our customer permanently, because they're gonna go somewhere where someone knows what they're talking about.
10 years, 219,000 days.
So you just made
Oh
it
no,
sound worse by
219,000
now.
minutes. Not like 219,000 days, 219,000
The
minutes.
knowledge of a 10-year.
But we'll be quizzing. This is my mission over the next couple months. Every time I'm in, I'm going to be quizzing somebody. Hey, tell me about the Max Flow XL.
One thing I've told some of the people in this room, one of our best assets or best sources of information is pinchapenny.com. If you the regular pinch a penny, not the pin, just pinchapenny.com. You know, find your item and read up on it. It's very concise. It's, you know, it's in layman's terms, and you know, you can get some good information right there.
Absolutely. And the Bible. You got the Hayward Bible.
Right.
At least know the things that we have made a big financial commitment to in and out. You want to get really good? You want a good raise next year? Know about the other things that Hayward offers that we don't have the financial ability to carry. We can't carry everything. We just can't. We can't carry everything. But there's going to be a customer that comes in, maybe 1 out of 10, that is in love with Hayward and wants something that we don't have in stock. We need to know those things too, right? It's really important.
Can I add something? So I would like to learn, and I do, but once I learn something, I'm taught, and then it's like I'm right on to the customer. So whatever information I get for that brief moment when I grab Skylar, if I'm doing all these other things, mop, this, that, and the other, it goes. So I learn it for a second, but I'm not consistently doing it, so it's not, you know, repetitive. So what I'm saying is that I really want to learn more, and I really want to know this stuff, and I don't want to look like an idiot, because I'm a pretty smart girl. But those, I have to voice, it's my responsibility to say, hey, is it okay if I take a few minutes and I'm not like mopping floors and doing this and I'm trying to learn that and I can't, I'm sorry.
Well, Alicia, we need everybody else to mop less. You're an outstanding associate. You are always running 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm working on that behind the scenes. Hiring more people that are more like you and want to work their ass off all day long and want to learn more.
Well, something to remember is our management team are supposed to know these things. And if a customer comes to you and they have a question, you can always take a moment and go to the person, someone who knows this information, to help you out. and walk through with the customer with it, then you get a chance to learn it while they're talking.
That's
about
kind of
it.
what I do. If I
Yeah.
don't understand something, I'll grab Cameron, John,
Yeah.
Robert.
Customer's not gonna mind if you tell them, hey, let's go
kind of
get
learn,
somebody.
but I
to
see
learn
what you're saying.
and
If it's
figure
something
it
you're
out.
not doing all
But
the
here's
time.
the thing, when he calls, I gotta go, sorry, because I have no idea. He's gonna call with a question, I have no idea what he's gonna ask me, because I feel like an asshole, and so instead of feeling like an idiot, I'm gonna pass the phone to somebody else, right? Because I don't wanna look like an idiot. But I do, because I would love to be able, when he calls, to be able to run off the part number and how much it is, and,
How long
yes,
have you been here?
a year.
That's not very long.
But I.
How long has Skylar been here?
Yeah.
I've
been here
There's
about
so much that we sell.
almost
There
5
is
years.
Yeah, that's
so
okay.
much product.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a
You're
lot.
not. It takes time.
Yeah, but I
you
wanna
have
be
to
able to
try.
help.
You
You
have to
will.
learn. You have to watch. You have to
You will.
listen. Shadow. When you hear Cam or any of the guys talking in the store, just be the shadow
That's what I do.
and listen.
It's
I
not
mean,
overnight.
this is-
I'm 30
This
years,
is my
I still have to
25th
learn.
year, and I still learn stuff. Like I
You're
sell
learning from different
product. Yeah,
products too,
it's
and chemicals.
Mhm.
Like
Trust me, that was a whole other struggle.
So I know we just kind of went on a big tangent, and you brought up a great point. But again, it's really Skylar, Alex, Tyler, Rick's position in your store. In this store, it's John's, Cameron's, Robert, Michael. What are we doing when it's slow? You name the day, I'll pull the video for that day, and there's hours where people are standing around doing nothing. This is what we do in the wintertime. We don't catch up on TikTok. We don't catch up. You're getting paid. Read the Bible. You want to get paid more? You're going to be quizzed at review time this year. If you don't know these products, don't expect a huge raise. Don't expect one. I put everybody on notice last week, and I know we're having fun. How many of you actually did something after we left the class and dug into these products? And if you didn't, it's okay, because we're setting new standards. But it's not okay tomorrow, because you know you're going to be quizzed on it. I've already taught you that what I ask you to do, I'm going to follow up on. And if you execute it, it's going to be great. By the way, it works that way in marriage. It works that way in other jobs. It works that way anywhere. It's called relationships. If my wife wants me to do something I don't want to do, we can talk about it. If she still says we're going to do it, guess what we're doing? We're doing it. And I'm going to be happy about it, and she's going to do things that I don't like, or that I like that she doesn't like. You know what? She hates baseball. It's spring training. She's already said, which Blue Jay games are we going to? We're going to the Yankees. That's my team.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's just the way it is. And then I've got to go to soap opera weekend at Tampa and meet these soap opera stars, and I couldn't care less who they are. But I care about her, so I know who Jason is, and I know who Sam is, and I know who Carly is.
that's Jimmy Hospital.
Yes, it's good job.
Wow.
Maybe two.
I'm just kidding. Who can tell me about the Max Flow XL? Got three things. Can't use one that already came up.
Meets the DOE regulations, Department of Energy. It's got a 4-bolt easy access, and it's got a 1/4 turn lid that seals. What's that thing?
That's three. You're almost at three. That's why I'm waiting for the third. You nailed those first two.
Thought I said 3. The DOE,
Mhm.
4-bolt easy access.
All pumps we sell out.
Clear lid, 1/4 turn.
Oh, you got four. Okay.
Yep, yep.
And
Super.
It's dual voltage.
Who's got the 20?
Thanks for 25 now.
Why does it have to be 25? Why can't it be 26?
I didn't get the answer, so he didn't get the answer, so it should be up
That's
there.
not my fault you didn't get the answer.
I know, I'm just saying.
Good job, Robert.
Yeah,
Good
good,
job.
job. Man. You spit that out quick. Yeah, you went so fast, couldn't even keep
Super.
count.
Blue Essence?
Yes.
Michael's back.
Very good.
Get
Born
off
for
of him.
this.
Come on, man.
We don't have notes, first off. We should all have.
Thank you.
We should all have
Yes.
cheat sheets.
Yeah,
We
but
should
you
all
don't
have
read
things-
it off when you're getting quizzed.
All right, you know what?
Because if that's the case, we're all gonna get it right.
How are you gonna find? How are you gonna learn the information?
Good point, Robert. You pick the next person.
Tasha.
Well,
I wasn't here.
That's
Okay,
all.
pass it.
Tyler, you're here
I
now.
wasn't here for the class, but I did write down notes.
We'll
It is
go
a
to
nice
throwing
price.
away.
It's the
We'll
salt
go to
shed.
Tyler.
Tyler?
I just want to make sure you know.
Are you ready?
I know that part.
So the Blue Essence, it's a cheaper alternative to the normal S3.
Does that count? All right.
Th-
Guys are easy.
3-year warranty.
Low cost or economical, not
Okay.
cheapest. We
Yeah,
don't use
well-
cheapest in sales.
Cheaper alternative. It's got a 3-year warranty, and I believe me and you discussed this last time.
They all have a 3-year warranty. We need to kind of be
Okay, so-
specific about Blue
So don't
Essence.
settle on that?
Yes.
Okay. You can run it at 100%, its entire lifespan, and that won't deteriorate it. I believe we discussed that. And I need a third one.
Does that count as a second?
Yeah.
All right.
Do you know how many pounds of chlorine it makes?
Ooh. No, I don't know.
80
You
to
know?
100%.
Can you tell us?
It's like 1.47.
There you
Say
go.
pounds?
Will it
No
connect,
dollar.
Say pounds?
will it connect to a Hayward salt board?
Yes.
Interesting.
Hi.
I was wrong.
Here, I'll surrender. I'll give it to somebody else.
So it does swap out.
Yeah,
Exactly
you can hook it up to any Hayward board.
Okay.
That was the third one, I think. That was the one.
But I feel bad taking that.
Yeah, I was asking you. You told me.
Yeah,
I'm not
he gave
there.
Give out answers.
Yeah, give me the
Not
answers.
take an older cell style like
Not-
the
not
Blue
an
Essence
old-
and hook it up to the new one. That's not possible. They don't work.
Not an older style, but
Yeah,
this.
so you can take the
The
S and hook
S3.
it up to the old style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Say that again?
You can't take an S3 cell, and you can take an S3 cell and hook it on the old unit. You cannot take the old unit cells and hook it up to the S3. They're not compatible.
You get an invalid cell error.
Yes. And all the old equipment that we used to install for the Extremes matches the Blue Essence. So same equipment, same board, same cell, same display, same transformer.
The other thing that will happen if you do hook that up is, and this is proprietary to Hayward, no other units do this, you'll get a
Speaker in the corner.
So is this taking, I wasn't here last week, so is this taking over the S3? That's, okay. So it's
No,
still
so
S3,
let's-
this is just a,
It's an entry
Yeah,
price.
so think about it this way.
Okay.
It's always been iCore 30
okay, good chair.
and IntelliCore 20 or 40, right?
Yes, 20, 40, 30,
TrueClear 35K, and then AquaPure,
okay,
right? Everybody had 2 tiers.
okay,
We've always had one.
okay.
We had SwimPure Extreme, private label for pinch. Then that got superseded in people's minds by the S3. So the S3 is basically our IntelliCore 2040 / AquaPure,
Okay.
but we've never had a TrueClear iCore. So what we essentially did was brought the Blue Essence back at a lower price to make it competitive with the lower cost units.
Okay.
And that would be 25 and 35K, correct? Or just one?
What?
The
The
cell
Blue
size.
Essence, how
35.
big of a pool does that treat, 35,000?
35 minutes.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah, I have it right here, between
Very
26K and 34K.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was a really weak applause.
Got better?
Yeah.
How about another one for Tyler for having the guts to ask?
There we go, look.
Super. Do we have any more?
So I wasn't here, but I did start to take notes.
Any other
Can't read them though.
No,
questions you want to ask?
not out loud for my
I
answer.
can't read
We'll
them.
touch on it, a lot of it with this.
Okay, so thank you for playing. For those of you that got some cash, great to you. Please, I beg you guys, I don't beg often. Get to know these products intimately. Know the stat sheet. You can Google it if you don't know. Google it.
No
If
quiz
you
on
want
the
to, print it out on a piece of paper. Put it in
no
your
quiz
pocket.
on the Omni X.
I'll print out.
Sure. What's the Omni X? What's
Omni
the
X,
features and benefits?
decentralized platform, no control panel needed. Technology is embedded in each piece of equipment. Low entry cost.
You get it?
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
My
Well, let
man
me do the
sees.
No more to the blue S.
Oh.
We got class.
Well, Mike, real quick, if I could add to your point about just learning the product, a resource I try to use often, like for all of us that work in the store here, that tablet that's right by the workbench.
Yeah.
100%.
Like I try to study that. And, you know, it's got like it'll give you a description. You know, if there's a parts diagram associated with it, it'll show you that, so you can learn the part numbers.
Take a picture with it on your phone, study it at home, and you
It's
go.
an illustrative tool that you can use with a customer in a
Oh, absolutely.
conversation. Let me show you.
That's the best thing, and then we can read it as we're showing to them. You know what I mean? So we don't
Yeah, you can
sound dumb
follow
because
along.
we're just reading it off to
So,
them.
for example, with automation, we do this training all the time. And I've been training automation basically since I started. There are 38 steps to program an Omni on average, right? I don't remember the order. I'm human. I'm not gonna remember. I do the same thing. While you're touching and you're programming, I just look over your shoulder. Oh, that's the screen. And that's just what we do. Use that to just know where you're at, find a piece of information, like, yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah, right, absolutely.
does this. So, my turn?
Absolutely.
So first
Here,
off,
put your dollar back together.
unrelated to Hayward, I have done a lot of trainings in a lot of places, and you guys are a very tight-knit group. It's awesome to see. So I just have to share that feedback with you. Like,
Thank you.
you all interact with each other very well. It makes me reminiscent of my pinch days. So
Yeah.
good job. So
Yes! 219,000 minutes.
yeah. So who knows what this is?
Automation.
Which one?
The S3 Aqua, right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
I had a lot of stuff ready for that, and I needed to redeem myself. Here's a pen. I'm serious. It's got an LCD color display. A
So,
lot of stuff.
Read that off the paper.
so
I balled it up this time.
automation
But this guy did.
as a whole,
Did you read that?
very foreign concept for a lot of folks. It's intimidating. That's all. It's not hard. Guys that work in the field will tell you after you've done a few, it's nothing. I'm gonna try to keep things as high level as I can while we're talking about this, but I'll call it what it is. I will scroll down a rabbit hole on some of this because I love this stuff. This is my favorite part of the job. Automation is awesome. So I gave you guys a couple flyers, a couple brochures, right? I think I gave you, so the one I want you to jump to first is the one that says Omni
This is the same thing? No.
PL.
And then this is third one.
This guy here. Omni PL. Okay? I want to point this out to you because if you look at the back, on the bottom, there's parts list. It's very short. Our automation is pretty easy to order. There are other manufacturers that a lot of their automation is what we call a la carte. You buy a board, you buy a personality card, you buy a certain can with salt, without salt, with sensors, without sensors, with actuators, without actuators. Does it do a pool? Does it do a pool spa? There's all these different, it's pages of, and then I order this, and then I order this, and then I order this. We make it simple. So our automation on a PL comes in a full can like this. When I say a full can, automation here, sub panel here. That's a full can. All your breakers are in the same box as your automation. Full can. We have another one called a half can. It's half the can. There's no breakers. It's just the automation. So like a IQ 904 PS Jandy, half can. It's automation, no breakers. So this comes in a full can, half can. Good so far? Okay. So
Advantages or disadvantages to having a full can or half can?
half cans normally used in like a retro, like a existing installation, and we're just adding automation. They've already got a sub panel on the wall with no automation in it, and we're just gonna kind of jump back and forth between the breakers. and the automation and make our connections between the two. It's prettier when it's in one can.
It looks nicer.
It's
when we
prettier
do
in
the
one
full size
can.
one.
I got a thing with how many boxes are on the wall by the pool, but most people don't care. I do care. You probably care. Like, it's the thing that OCD pool guys do. But if you are doing a retro, installing on an existing pool, sometimes it's not cost effective to do a full can because now you require an electrician. Because the electrician will have to come out and take the sub panel down and install this panel. He will wire just the breakers like it's a sub panel, and then it's up to your team to come in and do the rest.
Right, but it's much cleaner.
It's so much cleaner, so much cleaner. So at the bottom, in the left-hand column, is a list of parts. If you notice, there are not that many. It comes in a half can, a full can, salt ready, or with the salt cell. That's it. That's the SKUs. I want you to circle one because it's my favorite one. HL Plus 4W. Here's why. It comes with this and a 40,000 gallon salt cell and all the plumbing and the T's and the flow switches and everything in one cardboard box. Best option, best bang for your buck. So if you have a customer that's salt and they want automation, that's the part number. That's the one you want to buy. From a store owner perspective, it's also beneficial for you to buy it that way because the cost of the automation without the cell, plus the unions, plus the flow switch, plus the flow key is a lot more expensive than buying it in a box and a bundle. Okay? So I'm just touching on things briefly. I know it sounds like I'm kind of jumping around, but I'm trying to keep things palatable. Okay? So Omni PL, this is by far 85% of the automation that we sell. Wildly popular automation.
One of those. Appreciate it.
Then I gave you another one. And I think it says...
So this is the retrofit that you were just
We'll
talking
get to
about.
that one.
Yep.
Then there's one that says Omni Pool and Spa Control, I think is what it says. Smart Pool, yep. I'm going to be very brief, okay? There are 3 on the back. This one that says Omni Hub. Don't sell that. And here's why. I'm saying that to you in our market. Omni Hub doesn't make sense because we have S3 Omni. We talked about that last time. S3 Omni is an S3 salt system with a little bit of automation in it. Think of an S3 salt system and an Omni Hub if they had a baby. That's S3 Omni. You don't need to sell a hub. You're only giving them half of what they could get. S3 Omni is the way to go. So we're going to skip Omni Hub. Just let's skim right over to the next one. Omni PL, 85% of them. And the one on the far right is Omni Logic. That's the Mac Daddy. That's a water park. I'm trying to run a lot of stuff. I need one of these. I need a lot of room. I was at a job yesterday. There were 7 5-horsepower pumps.
Wow.
There were 4 filters. There are 26 lights. There's a pool on the 3rd floor that spills into a trough on the 1st floor and then gets pumped back into the pool. That much stuff needs a Logic. You will rarely run into an Omni Logic. You'll run into it for one of 2 reasons. It's shy of a water park, or the builder decided just buy the most expensive one.
Right.
You don't need it, but this is fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Upsell.
That's when you'll run into it.
I have a customer that has one they got sold.
They got sold.
And it runs 2 pumps.
Yeah.
And 2 lights.
Yeah. An Omni Logic will run 16 pumps. It has 10 integrated relays, up to 10. It'll run 2 additional smart relays, and it has an expansion panel that will give you another 12 relays. That's 24 relays. That's literally 24 on and off switches. That's not residential. That's commercial.
Yeah.
So,
Depends on what kind of residence you have.
I mean, John Thomas, Omni Logic panel.
Wow.
Yeah. So it depends on what you're running. So, who here is familiar with automation besides you two? Okay.
I know how to order the part.
You know how to order the
Some
parts.
of them.
Okay. So, you guys know the phrase ProLogic or Aqualogic. You've heard the phrase, okay? That's our old version of this. Aqualogic, ProLogic. Back in the day, it was called those things. It looked different. No touch screen. The screen was inside. It had buttons, right? Little bitty digital dot matrix display. You know, it was old school. We make a thing. By far, in my opinion, as a pool nerd, my favorite thing we make. We make an Omni PL retrofit kit, which is your third piece of paper. An Omni PL retro kit does this. It converts a ProLogic or an Aqualogic to this. Simple. If someone needs a main board for an Aqualogic, sell them a retro kit. If they need a controller for a ProLogic, sell them a retro kit. If they have an Aqualogic or a ProLogic, period, sell them a retro kit. Get them off that platform. It's old school. It's antiquated tech. If they want any of you guys to troubleshoot it, diagnose issues, anything like that, there's a very high probability that these two are going to sell them a retrofit kit, because it's just, we don't support it. I mean, we have the books and stuff, and we know how to troubleshoot it over the phone, but if we diagnose something, we're like, all right, you need a main board. Well, that main board is probably like $100 cheaper than a retrofit kit. So why?
You can find it.
Right, if you can find it. I've got 2 in my storage unit that I'm like, I'm never gonna let them go because somebody might need it. But they're like worth their weight in gold now. So get them off of it.
It's like Windows doesn't support, or Microsoft doesn't support Windows 10 anymore.
Yeah, you're not gonna have Windows 98 on a computer and call and get troubleshooting over the phone. I'm gonna tell you, just upgrade, you know?
I convert every single one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's so many reasons why. So we're gonna touch on the reasons why. So first off, I want you guys to just understand something. This cart that you're looking at that looks like nothing, unassuming cart, has been literally a year in the development. And you are the very first people to see it in real life.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there will be 16 of these at our new training hub when we open our training facility right by St. Pete Clearwater Airport. And we will use these to train classes. And everyone will have one in groups of 1 or 2. So you will have literally your own, essentially, equipment pad. So what's on this equipment pad? Omni PL. This is the controller for the PL.
So that's what controls that whole board?
Yep.
Okay.
So literally, this could be shut.
Right.
I'm just opening it so you can see it.
Sure.
On the back of it is one of our smart power transformers, and you guys can get up and look whenever you're ready. There's a smart power transformer on the back. Long story short, you guys are familiar with a pool light transformer, okay? So PX100, PX300, the most popular ones. 100 watt or 300 watt light transformer. That's incandescent, right? So when you had an incandescent light, like a screw-in light bulb, if you had a 100 watt bulb, it was usually for a spa, and you had a 100 watt transformer attached to it. If you had a full-size pool light, incandescent, it was a 99% chance it was 300 watts, so they sold you a 300 watt light transformer, okay? Now they're LED, so you guys are all familiar with those LED bulbs you have at home. Their wattage is minuscule in comparison to a standard incandescent. So what happened is when we started making LED lights, we realized, damn, we can put a lot of lights on a 300 watt transformer, like a lot. Whereas before we would run one full-size pool light, it was 300 watts, so one light, one transformer, right? Well now, on average, I could run 5 full-size pool lights on one 300 watt transformer because it's LED. And they happen to be color, which is pretty cool. So what we decided to do is we can put so many lights on 300 watts, we've got an idea. Let's make a transformer that only works on automation, that has 4 zones. We're gonna take the 300 watts and we're gonna split them into 4. 75 watts apiece. Now we can control all 4 of those like their own separate transformers. Doesn't sound like anything special, but here's why. If I have a pool spa combination, so pool, spa spills into it, I got a waterfall with a light in it, and I've got some lights on my sun shelf. I can separate all those. Waterfall, pool, spa, sun shelf. Now I can control all those lights independently. The pool can be blue, spa sun shelf can be pink, and the waterfall can be USA. Whatever we want. That is the biggest benefit to a smart power transformer. Every manufacturer kind of went a different way of how to make that happen. IntelliVibe, Watercolors Infinity, and for us, Color Logic, right? Everybody had a different method and approach to how to do this. We decided we want to work with what customers have. We want to try to keep the cost as relatively low as we possibly can and give them as much functionality as we can. So that's a fine line to walk. It's hard to give everybody something for nothing. So we had to work in the middle. So the way we did that is with our lights, we have omnidirect mode. So those lights connected to a light switch, 10 solid colors, 7 light shows from a switch. On and off real quick, changes colors, leave it on for 5 seconds, locks the color. But if you connect those lights to automation, you get 10 more solid colors, we'll just call it what it is, 20 colors to pick for your pool, and 7 light shows is plenty, right? We don't need an infinite amount of colors. But it also gives you the ability to dim and brighten the lights. And why that's good is on a smart power, the pool could be at 100% brightness, the spa could be at 60%, the sun shelf could be at 40, and the waterfall could be at 20. And then the overall lumens of the pool can be equal. Because one of the biggest things you'll get about lighting is there's hot spots. This part of the pool is incredibly bright, and then the spa is dark. We can play with it, with that. So smart power does all that stuff in one can, and the smart power transformer is the same size as a transformer. And it does all that in one. And then next to it on a clamp is a light. One of our Color Logic 320 lights. We call them nicheless lights or accent lights. And on the bottom, who can tell me what this is down here? Go ahead.
That's a TriStar.
That's very good.
That is the biggest pump, that Hayward has to offer. And the residential.
Correct, but for another week.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah. So we will have in about a week, whoever's watching, we will have 2 new pumps. We'll have a TriStar wet end. Everybody knows this is the wet end, right?
Yes, sir.
Right here. TriStar wet end with a 4 horsepower motor on the back. And then we were going to have a TriStar XL, which is our Mac Daddy huge pump with a 4 horse on it as well.
Is that commercial or is that residential?
That's a very good question. If you
I can answer that, but I was actually going to ask you something else.
Okay. So, yes and no. It is technically commercial.
Yes.
But if you attach it to a residential property, it gives you a 4-year warranty. Because we know a commercial pump can do more than residential. So if you put it on residential, we know it's going to do all right.
Kind of customer with a 100,000 gallon pool.
Yeah, but you don't want to put it on a pool that's.
You don't want to put it on a 10,000 gallon pool with
Yeah.
an 1.5 pipe. No,
Right.
it'll blow up.
Right. It is residential for bigger
It's gonna sell
pools.
like rocks.
Right.
And it will work.
Here, so residential for bigger pools.
Yeah.
And then a longer warranty.
With a lot of features too.
A lot of features, a lot of waterfalls,
Right,
sun
you can hook
jets,
everything to that,
laminars,
yeah.
things like that.
All
Yep.
the things.
Yeah, if you have a lot
Just so
of.
that I'm correct, you guys have the TriStar and the 1 horsepower up to 5 horsepower, correct?
Commercial.
Commercial, yes.
Commercial, yes.
Yes, okay. Just making-
Actually, it's the 7. Yes. So our commercial line of product is a whole different conversation. I won't go into it, but we have wild stuff, commercial. We crush it with sanitation in commercial and residential, but commercial, we've made some acquisitions in the last few years. We have salt systems that will produce 40 pounds of chlorine a day. The average residential salt system produces about 1.5 pounds.
Wow.
So we've got and these salt systems are literally carts 3 times the size. That's just the salt system.
Sounds like the kind of thing that a water park would use.
Exactly, like Adventure Island,
Yeah. Okay.
Volcano Bay,
Yeah.
they're all our chloroquine systems. So this is our automation training cart. And would you like to walk us through some programming while do you want to be the pin guy or do you have somewhere?
I'm getting ready to roll out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take you through some very quick steps of programming automation for a reason. I want you to just understand, I'm teaching all of you who have never done this how to program it, and let's see how long it takes us, okay? So I'm gonna use this pen and use my hotspot. Let me just turn this hotspot on. And at any given moment, ask questions if you feel like you have one, please. I think we can get this out. Ready for the scary part? There's a lot of stuff in here. The unveiling, right? It is less than it looks like, I promise. This is automation. This from here to here to here to here to here is a sub panel. It's just what's already there. So it looks a little convoluted, a little complicated because really there's multiple pieces in this one can. So if you were to subtract this whole section right here, this compartment here and this top part here is the automation. The rest is just a sub panel.
Subtract half the can.
Exactly. Yeah. So, anatomy of an automation system. This is what we call our low voltage race. It's the spot where you put all the stuff that's not power coming from the wall. So our temp sensors for sensing air temp, like this guy here. This is an air temp sensor. Water temperature. There's another one just like this that goes on the pipe that knows what the temperature of the water is. So our communication wires for our pump, our controller, all that stuff that's low voltage goes right here into the can. And we've got ports on the bottom to snake all the wires through, right? So right here. This is our automation board. This is where everything hooks up. This is where our wires from our pump to communicate hook up. This is where our temperature, water temp, flow switch to sense flow, all that connects to this board. That's our transformer, pretty cut and dry. That's the thing that transforms power. And these are our relays. A relay, good morning, sir. Relay, long story short, is a light switch. It's not science, it's just a light switch. It essentially just turns things on and off. When you tell the automation, I want the light off, when you're programming and operating this system and you're getting it set up for the first time, you're telling it, where's the light hooked up? It's on relay number 1. Okay, I'll turn it on, I'll turn it off when you tell me turn the light on. That's all that's happening. So your automation is really, it's not doing a whole lot. It's just doing a lot of it at once. So when you're telling it to operate a pump, it's sending data through a communication wire back and forth to your pump. But on your app, you go medium speed, and it just medium speed. When you're saying, everybody here familiar with the setup, general setup of a pool spa, right? Ish, right? So when you have a pool and spa separate, but I shouldn't say separate, when the spa spill, correct. If you wanted to go from pool mode to spa mode, where I want to heat up just the spa, if you did this manually, you'd walk over to the pump, you'd turn the pump off. Once the pump's off, you would turn 2 valves,
Close those and then
turn the pump back on, turn on the heater, set the temp.
go straight.
There's your spa mode, right? Automation, you hit spa. That's it. It turns 2 valves. It switches the pump off and on if you tell it to. It turns the heater to 104. You could make it do the lights on and off. You can have skinny dip mode where all the lights shut down, like whatever you want it to do. Automation does that. It's 5 steps with 1 button.
Okay.
So the point of automation, the way you sell it, is my point, is convenience. Once people have it, it's no longer convenience, it's necessity.
Plus you can be at the restaurant. All right, we're
Correct.
gonna go home and get in the spa.
Yep.
So you can do everything from your phone when you get home, it's ready.
Or in
Well,
Canada.
Or in Canada,
Yeah,
it doesn't
anywhere.
matter.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I say. You can be anywhere you want.
Anywhere you want.
All ready for you.
I tell everybody, like if you're with the kids in Orlando and you guys walked around all day at Disney World and you're ready to get home in Tampa and you're like, my legs are gonna be shot, I wanna get in the hot tub, turn it on when you leave Orlando, by the time you get home it's hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So-
One of our customers runs all his lighting, all his house lighting.
Yep.
All through this system.
Yep.
Really?
These do a lot. And once you get the hang of the foundational part of it, the rest of it's cake. Like you can make it do wild stuff, okay? So think about it. Example, and I'm gonna go off on a tangent, but a relay, it's an on and off switch, right? Right here on the side, there's a spot for you to knock out and put in an outlet. When I used to install automation, I would knock this knockout out, I'd put an outlet, I'd wire it to a relay, and I would connect it to the automation, and I would program it and call it outside outlet.
Wait, like a 3-prong? Interesting.
So what would happen is when I'm telling customers, once I'm done with this, every year when you put in your Christmas tree lights, put the extension cord and plug it into here,
Oh, that's right.
and now you can turn them on and off. So now when you turn off the lights in the yard, you can turn off the spa light, the pool
So
light,
this
the
is
landscape
going
lights,
beyond
Chris.
pool. This is your whole entire house.
Oh my God.
You guys have the opportunity to own the yard, not the pool.
Nice.
The yard. Landscape lighting
Yeah.
can integrate into this. We now make color logic landscape lights. They're full color just like the pool. They can match the pool, the spa, the waterfall, it doesn't matter. They exist. There's a lot of stuff that you might not know of because it's kind of outside of the Pinch a Penny network, but you can still buy it. You can still order it. Mike can order stuff from anywhere he wants. So if you guys had a customer who's way into landscape lighting and they've got an Omni on the wall, sell them colors logic landscape lighting. Again, automation will do that stuff. So I'm gonna try to, and I'm gonna be in your way.
No worries.
I'm gonna try to show you briefly how these set up. And the reason being is I want you to see the steps that we go through to program. So you, as we go along, you might understand a little more of what it does. Okay? So very first question. How are we hooking this up to the internet? Wireless? Yeah.
Wireless.
Wireless. Wireless. This is the way 99.5% of these are going to hook up because everybody's got Wi-Fi.
Right.
So I'm going to hit wireless and I'm going to hit the right arrow. It's going to say set up Wi-Fi. I'm going to click it and it's going to scan like your phone does and look for Wi-Fi. Hopefully it finds my phone because I got terrible reception in here.
And it won't run off of like 5G or anything?
Correct.
Okay.
So our automation only runs on 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. And long story short, the reason being is we don't need a lot of data, but we usually are far away from the house. 2.4 is far away and slow, and 5G is close to the house but fast. Go ahead.
I've actually seen in some circumstances where a customer purchased this unit, tries to connect it to their home Wi-Fi, and they actually have to dumb down their Wi-Fi because their transmitter is too much for that unit. So in that particular circumstance, they had to buy a separate home network just for that because their home Wi-Fi was too much. So just so that.
So one of the main reasons we don't use 5G also is when Omni PL came out, 5G was in its infancy and required an FCC license. Like everything else that has a radio, we didn't buy the FCC license because we didn't know if anybody was going to use 5G yet. So it was brand new. Omni PL is not brand new. It's been around for years and we just didn't do it. Now there's ways we can get around it, kind of to Cameron's point. We can use Wi-Fi extenders, and they'll take a 5G network and drop it down to 2.4. They're like $25 on Amazon. I keep one in my truck everywhere I go. If I have a builder who tries to set up a customer's Wi-Fi and they try to get it connected and it doesn't work because it's 5G, I don't charge them for it. It's $25. I plug it in, I set it up, boom, it drops to 2.4, we're working. So I've got my old Wi-Fi on here. This one. So once this is connected to the Wi-Fi, it's going to pull in our time and day. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit while I'm waiting for the. It's going to pull in our time and day. So we don't have to set the date. We don't have to set the time. My new password for my Wi-Fi. Once we're connected.
You know your Wi-Fi password's on camera now. No, I'm just teasing.
That's fine.
Just teasing.
It's nothing special. So then it's going to give us an MSP ID. Our MSP ID is the ID of the equipment, of this piece of equipment. That is our 6-digit serial number, if you want to call it that. But that's layman's terms. This is our main system processor's identification number that we use to connect the panel to the customer's app. So when the customer creates an account in Omni, name, address, phone number, it's going to say, okay, cool, you're all set up. What are you connecting to me? That 6-digit number. That 6-digit number is what your repair guys and installers are going to give to the customer to get them connected to their app.
If there's any connectivity issues or any issues with the equipment, can you refer back to that number and maybe a representative remote in or something like that to the equipment?
Yes and no. We have to have approval from the customer to remote in. And the way we do that is we use something called the Pro app. The Pro app allows us to log in remotely to a customer's panel. But when I request access, that customer has to say, yes, you're allowed to get on my panel. So yes, I programmed a 3-pump automation system when I was in Orlando for a customer in Clearwater because he couldn't figure out how to program it. I'm like, give me the MSP number. I programmed the whole entire panel from Orlando. You don't have to stand here and do this. Like Ricky will tell you, I will make you learn things the hard way so that when you get to the point of the easy way, you're like, oh, thank God, it's so much easier. But you got to learn the hard way, just like the rest of us do. You got to learn the hard way, learn the steps, so you understand what's happening when things are automated and they're happening quickly. So our panel's connected, our network's connected. Are we good on time? Okay, cool. So I'm going to basically now configure this panel. It's going to ask me, is everything turned on? It sure is. We're going to skip a couple steps because there's some stuff we're getting too deep. I'm going to say there's one body of water, right? A pool spa combination is considered 2.
Even if it's a spillover?
Correct. That is 2 bodies. Why it's asking you if there's more than one body is if you say there's 2, it's looking for valves to turn to go from pool to spa mode. Okay. So we're going to program a pool.
So if it was a waterfall, it'd be 3.
No, that's a feature.
Oh.
It's a part of the pool or a part of the spa.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to call this pool. What's the name of it? It's pool. How many gallons is it? We'll say this pool's 10,000 gallons. Awesome. Is there a filter pump? Yes, there is. Is it a variable or a 2-speed or a single? It's a variable. Perfect. Which Hayward unique address? Hayward unique address is basically our systems and our smart components talking to the automation and saying, here I am, here's my name, my serial number. So if you had 12 pumps hooked up, it would give you 12 different numbers and say variable speed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, however many you got. And then you can go through and pick what each of those pumps does. I have a filter pump, a waterfall pump, a jet pump, a laminar
So you
pump.
click on that and then it gives you more information?
So I would click on this. If I was saying I was setting up an accessory, I'd click on that and it would say, okay, what is this?
Okay.
It's this. And you would just keep plugging away until everything is programmed. So it's connected. Here's your minimum maximum speeds. Great. Those are my percentages in speed. Perfect. Here's your low, medium, high speed. I like it. Do you want the filter pump to turn off when the valves turn? It's an optional question. Do you want the pump to turn off, switch to spa mode, turn back on? Everybody's got a different answer. For me, if we're going to deadhead the pump, we're going to make it lose water, the valve's going to close off the water for a second, I do yes. So let's just say yes. And again, I'm not getting super deep in some of this stuff because I just want you to understand how quick it is. So flow monitoring enabled, we're going to do no. Do we like to priming? Everybody here knows what priming is, right? You know, you tell everybody take the lid off, dump a bucket of water in there, right? Automation will prime things too, and you can tell it how long you want to prime for. So every time the pump turns on, it's going to prime.
Factory 4 minutes, right?
3. And what'll give you a factory default time, let's just say 3 minutes of priming. Sure, I'm going to prime for 3 minutes. I usually do 1, by the way. Freeze protect. Here's one that we don't run into very much. If the water temperature is low enough to freeze, do you want the pump to turn on and move the water slowly so it won't freeze? If we were in a situation like that, which we just were recently, granted it was 2 days, but this system would have noticed that the air temperature was low enough for the water to freeze, and it would have turned the pump on no matter what time it is on a low speed and just move that water so it doesn't freeze pipes. Do you have a heater? Sure, we got a heater. And we're going to skip some of these advanced questions. 90-degree water temp is perfect. I want to program this heater. It's a gas heater because we bought a bunch of HDF 400 heaters. What relay is it wired to? I'm going to say it's connected to that one right there. And again, don't want to get super deep. Cool. Is there a valve for this? There's not. Here's the speed of the pump. Boom, that heater's programmed. Do you have any chillers? I don't. Do I have a sense and dispense module? Is anybody here familiar with it? Okay. Sense and dispense was a ORP pH reader. It was 2 probes that were in your water on this little machine, and it sensed how much actual chlorine was in the water and the actual pH of the water. It was a commercial product that we put a residential sticker on and sold it. So it was a commercial line of product. Very rare to run into one of those. How many have you seen?
1.
1, yeah. I've seen like 6 in the wild. They're not super common.
I've seen 1 in a residential pool.
Yeah. Commercial, different story.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. So we don't have one of those. Do we have a salt system? Sure. We don't have that one. No, we don't. Do we have any cleaners? We don't. Do we have any water features? Sure. What do you have? Okay. And again, I know I'm using like vague answers here, but I'm just trying to zip through it so you get it. I got a water feature pump. Awesome. Is there a pump for this water feature? Yes, there is. It's a single speed pump because we just bought a bunch of max flows. And we're going to put it on high voltage relay number 1. Let's just say that's where our pump was hooked up. Awesome. There's no valve for it. There's no freeze protect for it. That one's programmed. Great. Do we have any lights? We do. What kind of lights? Universal color logic lights, because those are Hayward lights.
Once this is programmed, you don't have to do this.
This is one shot.
Yeah.
One shot.
Just figure out what you have so it knows
Right.
what to
Now,
tell
if you
you.
add something else, then of course you'd have to go in and add it.
Yeah, change it out or whatever.
Say like you added another pump or something, you would have to go in there.
No. Do you have a Phillips screwdriver?
Phillips over there?
About it, get it.
You didn't tell me where to.
Yeah, but I have a nail.
No. So what I'm doing is because again, this is brand new.
MacGyver.
In this smart power transformer, there are 4 relays. I don't know where he hooked the light to. He didn't tell me. The guy who wired it up for me. So I just need to check and see which one he put it on. And then I won't have to embarrass myself in front of a bunch of people next time because I'll know which one it's on. I literally just got this cart yesterday.
Sure you did.
Number 1. I did. True story. True story.
So it really looks like a normal pinch point, right?
Yeah, if you want. I'll leave it open with. Sort of.
With different relays.
Yep. So I'm gonna put it on my smart power. And I want to test for OmniDirect. So now what it's gonna do is it's gonna take the light, it's gonna reset the light, and it's gonna see if it can be an OmniDirect, that's how you get those 10 extra colors and you can brighten and dim the lights. That's OmniDirect. So it's basically gonna check to make sure this light can do that.
Oh, I was like, where are these? Okay.
If the light was purchased or made since 2018, it's OmniDirect. Long story short, if you sell them a new light right now, it's OmniDirect. You don't have to check it. So perfect. So it's asking you, is this blinking from white to pink? It is. So it's going to put it in OmniDirect. Our light's done. Our pump's already done. Now, mind you, I'm just flying through this. We did a water feature pump. We did a pump. We did a heater. We did a salt system. And now we're doing our lights. And we've been doing it for what? 15 minutes? 10 minutes?
I got a question. You was talking about the Hayward class. Can anybody go to those?
You can, you got to pay.
Okay.
So we've got two different styles of classes. We have our hands-on training.
Which I would love.
You're going?
Yeah.
Hands-on training is deep. That is, hey, we need to check why this part of the rectifier on the board's not working. We're going to own out these fuses.
Full service?
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, when the training hub opens, those classes are usually 3-4 hours. They're about $40-50, and they're all different stuff. Sales training, basics, intermediate, advanced. I'm getting my HVAC license. I'm getting my gas license, and everything in between.
Okay.
So once that's done, I'll provide that to Mike, the store managers, the class list,
I would love
and they can kind of decide which tenured employees, who needs to know what, and they can make a choice from there.
So just so we're clear going forward, not to interrupt, I have no problem paying. You will be required to come back and give a 2-hour synopsis to the staff. You're not just gonna go and, it leaves you. You know what I mean? Because that's what happens with some folks. But I love investing in knowledge. It's fundamental. It's super important. We're paying for Ricky to go. He needs to come back and give a 2-hour synopsis to the staff. JD is going. I believe Tyler's going to the one in April 7th, I think it is.
Yeah.
In Riverview.
No, I have no problem investing. Just with every investment, you expect a what?
Return.
A return. Return, absolutely. Sorry, Ali.
No, it's all right. I was just trying to see how fast I could get it completely configured before you guys were done talking. Because now I'm just checking myself.
You're rocking and rolling.
I was so close to. Damn. Now I'm done. So, we just programmed a panel, me telling you out loud how to do it, and giving you a story that I probably didn't need to give you, but I'm a storyteller. Giving you all this information. We did a pump, a light, a salt system, a gas heater,
Water feature.
a water feature pump. We got it connected to the internet. We set up our
running their Christmas lights.
Yep. We set up our water temp, our air temp. We set up our flow switch. We did all of that in the time we just stood here and talked. This system will reboot and it's programmed.
What happens if the power ever goes out? Do you have to reprogram it?
So the programming is saved on our panel. The panel stores the information. So if you have a power loss and you reboots, it's just like a computer. If it loses power, it'll turn back on. It'll reboot, do its checks, and then after it's checked, everything's good, it'll turn back on and it'll carry on with its schedule. So what this system does is it's going to maintain date and time. So it always knows what day and time it is. So if you tell the pump to run 8 to 5 and it loses power for an hour and it comes back on, one of the very first things it's going to do is check the internet and get the time and the date right away. If it cannot connect to the internet, it's going to take the last day and time that it had stored, and with its backup battery, try to keep track of time.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What,
Internal backup battery?
You've got two, like, the old school, like, land or phone things,
Yes.
connectors? Okay, so what?
Very good question.
what
That's
goes
a
in
dollar. That was a dollar statement that she just made. She just said.
What was it?
I
She said
asked,
on
like,
the bad,
said
on the
plugs.
bottom here, what are these two ports for? Nobody had asked. So on the bottom here, there's two ports. There's a USB port for updating firmware. And the only time we need to update firmware is if we don't have a connection to the internet. and we want to do it from a thumb drive.
Mm.
But if you're connected to the internet, you don't do that. You just hit update from internet and it just downloads it and does its thing. The other port is a Ethernet jack, like you'd have on the back of a computer, and that's if you wanted to hardwire this. A lot of new pool builders now require that if you have automation, you have a dedicated hardwire connection outside, because you'll never lose Wi-Fi.
Okay.
It's hardwired. It's instant.
So anybody that installs them usually does that?
Usually, if it's a house under new construction, the pool builder, they will request the homeowner to get someone, or they'll source it for them. Or if a homeowner has a really, really large property and Wi-Fi is just not going to work, we'll say, look, yeah, here's your option. You got to get network out there.
Okay.
So once it's programmed, this is what the customer sees. Right? They walk outside and they're like, okay, cool. I want my lights on and I want it to be in USA mode. I'm going to turn my light on. That's it. Best part, they don't need to use this at all. They can use their phone. So the app on the phone, this is going to be, we're all going to look at a tiny screen together because Hayward does not give us the big phone. But this is the OmniLogic app. This is what the customer sees. Pool spa. This is going to be a little bit of a dig real quick. We have the best app. Period. I'm sorry. Prior to Hayward. Best automation app there is. Freaking easy. Okay? There are a lot other manufacturers that require you do some stuff here, but if you want to change the schedule, you've got to go into this like DOS mode and flip the phone sideways and web app and all. No. So like, let's say on my pool, here's my pool. I want to turn on my lights. I'm going to find the color I want. I'm going to tap it and turn on the color. I'm not going to do it on this one because this is Randy's pool into the Villages. But for example,
What's going on with my pool?
yeah. So heater, I want the heater on. I tap here, 104, heater's on. So point being is all of this stuff is very intuitive, simple. So what I would recommend is once we get a display for you in the store, I'm going to get you an S3 Omni. It's like a scaled down version of this. It's that salt system with automation in it. It's going to have this same controller. We'll connect something to it and we'll connect it to your Wi-Fi and we'll make a store login. Everybody in the store could log in and everybody in the store could on their phone and have the app and go, look, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, if you wanted to go to spa mode, you tap here and hit spa. Done. What are you doing now? Let them tell you what the issues and struggles are that they have currently and then show them how you can overcome it. So I have a problem now. It's such a pain in the ass. I got to go over, my pool equipment's all the way over there. I got to turn this off. If I turn the wrong handle, for some reason the spa's empty. Like, this is all stuff that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you can like, or you could go spa,
Yeah.
pick. So that's how you sell automation. You're selling convenience, right?
Once you explain
Convenience. Here's the caveat to automation as a whole. Manufacturers don't usually play nice. So right now, with this for example, if you want to hook a Pentair pump or a Jandy pump to it, we can, because we just started playing nice. But you have to buy an extra part. It's a conversion board. It's a little box that mounts on the wall and it converts Jandy's language into Hayward's language and sends it back to the automation. So the reason why I point this out is when you first start introducing automation yourself to a customer, you need to take your time and understand the pad. Biggest thing, what's there? I normally, and I'm not going to speak for Mike on this one, but I always recommended that if we're going to sell automation, we have to do a site visit first. I don't know if you guys do that. Okay.
Heaters and automation.
Heaters and automation. Because I don't know. You might tell me, I've got Hayward everything. And then we get there and it's all Jandy lights. Now, plus side, I can control Jandy lights. And I have a mode for that. It literally says Jandy lights. But let's just say something else. Jandy pump. Well, now I know I need that box. That's $400 that I might have lost if I wouldn't have done it. So that's all that stuff that you need to see it. But when you're talking to customers about automation for you guys as associates, it's convenience.
Oh, yeah.
It's an app that controls the lights, it controls the pump, it controls the chlorinator. So if they come in here and they test their water and you're like, your chlorine's at a 10, like you need to turn the chlorinator down. Like
They can do it right there.
it's down, done.
I've seen people do that before, actually.
Yeah, right here in the store, yeah.
Yeah.
It's automation. So again, heaters, heating remotely. If you want to turn on the heater before you get there, you got a party this weekend. Make a schedule a day before the party. Turn the heater on, get it heated up. So there's all these things that automation can introduce a customer to, convenience, but you have to be able to pitch it. So you just have to learn slowly what they do and they don't do, but we can pretty much make it do whatever we want. But if you guys have any questions about it in the beginning, talk to your installers, your repair guys. Let them give you feedback on what they've ran into, what they've seen, so that you kind of understand what's going on in the field with it, right? Because you might try to sell something, you're like, that's not gonna work. Questions?
I did have a question, like, is there any type of like safety feature, like say, if we have a customer that sets their heater to run, you know, heat up their spot at 104, like their spillover spot, say they completely forget about it, they go on vacation for 2 weeks and it's been running at 104 the entire time, like is there like,
There is.
there's a
Yeah,
safety?
so essentially what it is you have a schedule, 8 to 5. If you turn the heater on and the pump runs its schedule, then when it turns off at 5, when it goes to turn on at 8 o'clock, it's going to put everything where it was supposed to be when it starts. It's going to put everything back to the original state. So if the heater is supposed to be off, there's no schedule for the heater, it's going to shut the lights and the heaters and everything off and turn the pump on. So it's going to bring everything back to its original state every single day.
Okay.
There's no way to make the heater run 24 hours unless you program it that way in the programming.
So just like you would program it from 8 to 5, you would program it
You would
24
schedule
hours.
it.
Okay.
Schedule it to run. If you want it to run, you need to schedule it to run. You can manually turn it on, but the next time everything turns off and on, that's staying off. So, guys, remember, when a customer wants to heat their pool, the pump has to be on.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people are like, well, I turned my heater on 2 days ago. Well, yeah, but your pump runs 8 hours a day. It's 45 degrees
that
outside.
pump comes off, everything else
Right.
goes.
So we have a way in our automation to program the pump that if the customer asks, it turns on the heater and says 90, the pump will not shut off until it's 90. The downside of that is if it's 45 degrees outside,
Yeah.
it's never going to be 90, and it will just
Run.
run. It'll pump propane into that heater or natural gas, or it'll keep that heat pump running. It will not shut down. So, but it's a way we can program it to do that. Any other questions? It's a lot of data. Automation normally is a class that we teach for 8 hours. I tried to give you the gnarliest crash course I could. But I just wanted you to understand what's in here and what it does, right? But if you guys ever run into any questions at all, text me, ask Ricky.
Do you have a card?
Yeah, I do. They're in my,
I wasn't here last week.
they're in my wallet.
No worries.
Yeah, I'll grab you one.
Sure.
If not, one of them's got my number.
Gotcha.
Ask me, ask store manager, ask Cameron, ask Ricky. Somebody here knows.
Okay.
They've all run into it plenty. And then when the training hub opens, like Mike said, if there's classes that pertain to you, you might send somebody and you guys can regurgitate the data back so he gets the best bang for his $50 he can get, So if you guys have any questions, let us know.
Renovation appointment.
See you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great one. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you for the time. Appreciate you guys having us.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for coming.